Now, unless you've been living under a rock, the last few weeks have been full of controversy around the release of the Epstein Files in the US. And although we think Formula 1 is a great sport, apparently there have been some figures in the sport associated with such greed, power, and abuse. How could this be possible? Today we'll be looking at the most prominent names in the Epstein File releases. The first and very obvious one is Flavio Briatore, the Alpine boss, the man who was previously banned from F1 for life, ordering his driver to deliberately crash, and was jailed for 4 years in Italy in the 1980s before fleeing to the Virgin Islands. He is known to have been a close friend of Epstein throughout his life, with Epstein referring to him as his Italian friend. Briatore, of course, no stranger to controversy, will likely make no difference to his future at Alpine. If he is to go to Alpine, it's likely to go because they're just really slow and they'd rather Christian Horner. But perhaps a surprising name on the list is the ex-FIA president and the team boss of Ferrari during the Schumacher era, Jean Todt. Todt was supposed to be one of these good guys, at least by FIA president standards. The little man who had masterminded the Michael Schumacher years could not resist being in Epstein's circle, it seemed. In 2013, he and Epstein exchanged contacts, although there was no proof that they met each other. But it seems in 2017, Todt stayed at Epstein's house in New York. Now, this isn't any proof of guilt, but both these years are after Epstein's 2008 conviction. A man that perhaps has no one surprised on the list is the former F1 Supremo Bernie Ecclestone. Among several mentions, one mentions how Ecclestone helped in the files. It is revealed that Epstein tried to use Ecclestone and former British cabinet minister Peter Mandelson, whose name has been dragged through the mud, and his career effectively over this files, was helped alongside Todd Bowley to purchase Silverstone Circuit. Yes, Ecclestone, Epstein, Mandelson, and Bowley, just one big happy family. Other names, another man who's been mentioned in the list is Lawrence Stroll, who seems stayed at Epstein's home in New York and also seemingly stayed on islands, not the Epstein Island, but near it, with his wife Claire, who thanked Ghislaine Maxwell for their stay. Eddie Irvine has already admitted that he would likely be in an Epstein Files as he socialized with Ghislaine Maxwell in the 2000s. Jacques Villeneuve and David Coulthard's names also appear on the list. Coulthard had organized for NASCAR driver Brian Vickers for his business partners to stay at the 2012 Monaco Grand Prix with one of these partners, seemingly you-know-who, although there was no evidence to show that Coulthard knew that this partner was Epstein. Ultimately, we at the Race Ready team are shocked by these names on the list, and of course, many of them don't prove guilt at all. In fact, none of them do. We believe in innocence till proven guilty, and we refuse to believe that people in Formula 1 would stoop to this power and greed and corruption. However, the Epstein Files are constantly changing. There could be more to be released soon, and there are some figures maybe in Formula 1 that are a bit nervous about it.